Well, hello, my pottery friends, my emotional support group, my financial support group, my keeping the faith in humankind support group. I mean, what can I say? You are so amazing. Oh my God. Look, 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 look. My hair is standing up and it's been standing up for days. Let's just from the start, I guess. I posted my last video last Wednesday, a little over a week ago. I was planning to come on earlier, but we had some weather issues. As you may be aware of, there's a nasty hurricane, storm/hurricane to the northwest of us, pretty far away by now. But when it was still a tropical wave, it passed us. A lot of rain. It's very humid, hence the sweating. I'm sorry. And please, people, Tahiti, Jamaica, be safe. Be safe. My thoughts are with you. But yeah, so not last Wednesday. Before that, I posted a video. I had it planned. It went up at 3 o'clock for me, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and at 3:30 my phone went berserk. Blip 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 blip. It was crazy, and it was all the messages either on Ko-fi or here on YouTube or through Messenger. I mean, no words for it. Hubby was working, yay. He's, however, slowly but getting better. And when he came home, I just read some of the wishes and the prayers and the well wishes that all came from you, and the donations that came from you. And we were sitting on the couch having dinner with goosebumps all over. So, from here I can't do anything. I wish I could visit all of you, but big thank you. And I have created a little title role, which will be there or there, I don't know yet, but it depends on editing me later, to thank you all so much. There is a solution, I hope, on the way for a controller. I will talk about that and who did that for me or is doing that for me in the next video. And because of your generosity, I can actually start thinking about ordering clay. Can you imagine? My hairs are standing up again. On that count, I have a question for you. Those who have followed me for a little bit longer know I've been a fan of Laguna's 65. It's a white stoneware. It has very low absorption after firing to code 6, which is very good for your functional wear. And I've been loving it, been using it. But this is a cute little bowl that I made from that stoneware, and I kept it for myself because it has a nice crack. Well, that's either drying or whatever, so I kept it for myself. This has, except for that crack, there's nothing wrong with it. I've used this for stew, for soup, for pasta. Everything doesn't leak, so it's fine. However, I put on the inside, I had put pearl white. And look, after about a year of using it, oh, I hope you can see this. Can you tell? Oh, it's crazed all over. And which means lace fit to this clay body is not perfect. Now, I don't worry about that. And I'm not going to start a whole discussion about that. I don't worry about it. I keep using it. It's fine. However, I don't want the pots that I sell to do this because people might worry, and it doesn't look like it looked when you bought it from me. And I've noticed more glazes from all kinds of brands do that, except for instance, this is the Scandinavian Blue doesn't, and of course their Laguna 32 Bright. It's a clear glaze that I use over my Sgraffito doesn't. Not even after 4 years. I have cups that are still. Do I have one? Yeah, no, I don't. So also because the prices stuff, you know, I talked about that before, and I've had my eye fall on, is it Kentucky Mud Works? I think it is the Row. I don't know how you pronounce it. ROO. I've seen a few of you use it, and I love the look of it. I've looked it up. It has also a low absorption after cone 6 firing. And their Iceman is a white stoneware. The Roux is a little bit, what you call it, toasty, with a little bit of flecks and specks in it. And the Iceman is a white one, also nice low absorption after cone 6 firing. But I don't want this again. So if any of you have experience with those two clays and experience with a good clear glaze, because of course I'm going to do Sgraffito again, and you know, let me know. If I can, I want to make my own clay glaze. It's a lot cheaper, but you know, it's a thing, but in the end it's a lot cheaper than buying the pints. And I'm thinking about Kittens Clear. I've heard already, thank you Pat, of people that have used it on Iceman, which apparently is good. But you know, the more information I have, because you know, I am energetically making room for getting started up again and looking into buying clay. Can't do it right away yet, but you know, thanks to you, it's in my periphery again. So thank you very much. And if you know anything about Roux or Iceman, let me know in the comments. I would be very much appreciate that. So yeah, I promised you to let you know what I have been doing creatively to keep sane, because I'm a maker. As I told you, I've been making things from ever since I was a little girl, and if I do not do something creative on a very regular basis, you can call it daily, I will go insane. So what I did first was go back to one of my other loves, and that is art journaling. And I went to our thrift store. I've talked about that one before as well, Pacus di Pruga. They are affiliated with our animal shelter, or one of our animal shelters. So everything you buy there goes directly to the animal shelter, which I think is a good thing. So I bought a book, a children's book, for $2. And I love the title, Where the Wild Things Are. Yep. It has a beautiful paper cover as well, so I can, if I want to keep this pristine, I can. I keep this on there. And I started art journaling. Oops! Oh, there's some things still in there falling out. I started art journaling again. I still have some, a few, not much, a few paints in my stash. And the first thing I did was, you know, make a color wheel with the 3 primary colors. And I can show you a few. Oh yeah, this is the first page. I don't know if you can read it. The journey starts again today. This was the first page I made in this book. An altered book. Just, you know, having fun playing around with colors and shapes to keep me sane. And I did a free online class by Tracy Verdugo. If you like art journaling, I know this is a pottery channel, but you know, I had to keep saying for a couple of months. If you like art journaling too, look her up. She has this free class that is all about shapes and contrasts and things, and that's how I make this page. I just stuck some page to the other one, so I made a fold out page. Don't worry, I won't stay here too long. I want to show you one more. I have more pages that I worked on and started on, but I want to show you one more because I have a few bottles of paint, not much, and I have some crayons left, and that's and a glue stick. And when we were summoned to go to Aruba for hubby's operation, I brought this book with me and some crayons and a glue stick. And while he was recovering from the operation, I made this, call it a gratitude thank you page. This, I did some groceries for us in the supermarket next to where we were staying, and this was a bag made from paper, but it felt like fabric. It's very strong, very sturdy. It was a recycled kind of thing, and it's from the shop to the customers said thank you on one of the, so I tore that out and glued that in as a thank you to the wonderful people on Aruba in healthcare who, you know, fixed my hubby. Oh, one thing I have to tell you. If you look at this, just, you know, think away the crayon mess that's on there. This was my boarding pass. Well, let me put it like that. We had to be on the airport at, I believe it was 6 a.m. or 5:30, something like that. A friend of ours, thank you Richie, came to pick us up. It was still dark, to bring us to the airport. And when we got to the airport, our airport is very small, as you can imagine, and it's open on the front. There's no doors to get through, so it's all open, so you can see almost everything except from when you go through the doors to the gate singular. And the whole front piece of the building was still dark. There were no lights on. Turned out they had a problem with electricity. The whole system was down. And when usually, or not usually, what I have experienced in the Netherlands and in other countries, that, you know, people who are in line waiting for their, you know, checking in their luggage and things like that, complaining and moaning, and none of that. And they found a solution right away. They just wrote our boarding passes by hand. I loved it. Okay, well, this is obvious. This was from, I don't know, some kind of free magazine that I, you know, it looks like a zipper, like a scar, although my husband doesn't have a really big scar at all, but you know. And this is part of the resort that we were staying, so yeah, this is my thank you page for the good things I did for my hubby. Yeah. Then when we came home, as I told you, my mom passed away, and I still had all my paints out. So for that process that I started painting for, and in my energy, in my feeling with my mom. My mom loved flowers. She wasn't very keen on gardening, but she did love flowers, and every year in the beginning of spring she would buy plants that would stay for 1 year. I'm not a gardener, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but she would buy those 1 year plants that would have flowers. So I wanted to paint flowers. I had a square, it was some kind of watercolor paper that I still had laying around. So I started painting magnolias, and they all turned out this big. And I was never planning to put them on my wall. It was my processing my grief and my missing her, especially missing her WhatsApps, because she did send WhatsApps and we talked on Skype and things like that. But also she's always been very independent up until last year when she had a fall, and after that she was not as mobile as she wanted to be. So she became more dependent on other people helping her and other people doing her groceries for her. Up until she was 85, she still drove her car to the supermarket, and and that was something that bothered her immensely. And that's when I thought about her now being in the afterlife, in the spirit world, and she's now free of all that bother, and she can go anywhere she wants, right? And all at the same time, if you believe that. If not, I'm sorry. I do. And so what I did was I cut up those paintings I made, and I made them into little cards. They are for sale here. Doesn't really matter if I sell them. Of course I kept one or two myself. But my thought behind it was, this is now a part of one of those paintings. I hope I can, yeah. Is it right side up? Yeah. This is one of the magnolias I painted. It's mixed media. There's all kinds of stuff on there. And I also made the envelope for it. And my thought was, if this then someday somehow will be bought and be sent as a metaphor for she can go anywhere she likes now, and these can go all over the world. So I'll show you a few. And I mean, I'm talking about this in a few minutes, but this took a lot longer than that. Of course, I like this one. They're a bit dusty. And I don't know about why I chose magnolias. By the way, she did not have a magnolia tree in her garden, but they just, I don't know, came up and I went with it. So that's what I did as well. Bye bye, mommy. And then I stuck to painting a little bit longer. It all sounds like it was just, a couple of days, but it wasn't. Again, I was at that thrift store and I bought this panel. It was a print, not a painting, a print. I believe, if I remember correctly, the Eiffel Tower was on it or something like that. Also for $2, I mean, I could afford that. And I made a painting of a dancing lady. There we go. All acrylics and mixed media. There's tissue paper in there, and I made some stencils myself. Yeah. So let me give you a close up. Can I, like something like that? There she is. Ta-da! So there we are. Those are a few things of the things I did to keep creating, keep that creative muscle loose and active. I did other things too, but then this video would get very long, so I'll save those for the next one. In the meantime, again, thank you very much. I will keep you posted on how things are going. Did I already said that? I am literally going to make some room energetically, if you know what. Am I talking nonsense now? Well, I haven't been here in my studio that often, so I'm going to clean it up a little bit and make room for the clay that is hopefully to come. Maybe not soon, but not in the far future anymore. So yeah, thanks again. I love you guys, And yeah, I'll keep you posted. Any questions, of course, write them down in the comments. And see you in the next video. Bye bye. Oh, hubby says thank you too. Bye bye. By the way, some of you asked or mentioned the roosters. Some of you mentioned you missed the roosters. Oh, there we go. There they are. They're still here. Of course, I tricked them into coming here, but yeah. They're busy eating leftover food from Sissy. A few of those. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I see the little ones. Hey there. So yeah, they're still here. Keeping me company.